You just broke up, and now you're stuck between two choices. Do you cut them off completely? Or stay friends and keep them in your life? One feels powerful, the other feels safe, but here's the uncomfortable truth. One of these gives you a real shot at getting them back, and the other slowly kills your chances while you don't even realize it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one works. And more importantly, why. Part 1. Why staying friends feels right, but works against you. Right after a breakup, your brain is in survival mode. You don't want to lose them completely. So staying friends feels like a smart compromise. You tell yourself, at least they're still in my life. You still text, still check in, maybe even laugh like before. It feels like you're keeping the connection alive. But what's actually happening is the opposite. When you stay friends, you remove all consequences of losing you. They get your attention, your energy, your presence without any commitment. There's no emotional pressure on them to reconsider the breakup, because from their perspective, nothing meaningful has changed. You're still there, just in a weaker position. Worse, you slowly train them to see you as just a friend. Attraction fades, mystery disappears, and the dynamic shifts. You become familiar, predictable, safe. And in relationships, those aren't the things that spark desire. They're the things that maintain comfort. So while you think you're staying close, you're actually drifting further away from ever getting them back. Part 2. Why no contact feels wrong, but works powerfully. Now let's talk about no contact, the option that feels completely counterintuitive. Cutting them off feels harsh. It feels like you're pushing them away even more. Every instinct in your body tells you to reach out, to fix things, to remind them you exist. Silence feels like losing, but psychologically, silence is the first time they actually feel your absence. When you disappear, something shifts. The routine of having you in their life is suddenly gone. The texts stop. The attention disappears. And that creates a gap, one they didn't feel when you were still around as a friend. Humans don't fully value something until it's no longer available. That's when curiosity kicks in. That's when they start wondering what you're doing, who you're with, whether you've moved on. And that uncertainty, that's what reignites emotional interest. No contact isn't about punishing them. It's about restoring your value by removing your availability. And paradoxically, the moment you stop trying to stay in their life is when they start thinking about you the most. Part 3. What actually goes on in their mind. When you stay friends, their mind stays calm. There's no urgency, no pressure, no reason to question their decision. They assume you're okay with the breakup, and over time, they emotionally detach even further. You become part of their background. But with no contact, their mind doesn't stay calm, it starts working. At first, they might feel relief, space, freedom. But then something subtle happens. They notice the silence. They check their phone. They wonder why you haven't reached out. And when that silence continues, curiosity turns into concern. They start replaying memories. They start questioning the breakup. Not because you convinced them, but because your absence forced them to feel the loss. And here's the key difference. Staying friends keeps you present, but forgettable. No contact makes you absent, but unforgettable. That's the shift that changes everything. Part 4. The brutal truth about getting them back. If your goal is to get your ex back, you have to stop thinking emotionally and start thinking strategically. Staying friends is driven by fear, the fear of losing them completely. But that fear leads you to accept a position where you have no leverage. You're available, predictable, and easy to ignore. No contact, on the other hand, is driven by strength. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it puts you back in control. It creates space for attraction to rebuild, for emotions to reset, and for them to actually feel what life is like without you. Here's the brutal truth most people avoid. You can't make someone miss you. If you never give them the chance to feel your absence, and you definitely can't rebuild attraction while acting like a backup option. If they're going to come back, it won't be because you stayed close. It'll be because they felt the distance. Part 5. What you should actually do right now. If you're serious about getting them back, the path is clear. But it requires discipline. You need to step out of their life completely. No text, no checking in, no reacting to their stories. Nothing. Not because you're playing games, but because you're resetting the entire dynamic. At the same time, this isn't just about waiting. This is where you rebuild yourself. Mentally, physically, emotionally. You become someone who isn't chasing, someone who isn't dependent on their attention. And here's what happens when you do this right. Either they come back because they feel the loss, or you reach a point where you no longer need them to. That's the real power of no contact. It doesn't just give you a chance to get them back, it gives you your control back. So if you're stuck choosing between staying friends or going no contact, now you know one keeps you close, but powerless. The other creates distance, but builds attraction. The question is, are you willing to feel uncomfortable now to get the result you actually want later? If you're starting no contact today, comment day 1 below.